Hi there, Jesse Kurtz here in Houston, Texas for the Final Four, and San Diego State will play for a national title on Monday night. Kind enough to join us here in Houston, one of the broadcast voices for San Diego State men's basketball, Jon Schaeffer. Jon, it's National Title Day. In what ways are the Aztecs built for this moment?
I think they've proven it all season long. I mean, they just have this amazing level of resiliency, and they face adversity and they take it head on. And when they stay in games, which is something they just have a knack to do, they feel like they're going to find a way. You know, whether they're down a handful of points, up a handful of points, they've just become elite closers over the course of the last month or so of the season. So I feel as if they'll find a way if they're in this game late.
One of the top closing moments in NCAA tournament history. Lamont Butler hits a game winner at the buzzer. Always touched by this team in the way that they are unselfish. 4 different players have led the Aztecs in scoring throughout March Madness here. Matt Bradley did it twice. The unselfish play, doesn't matter who gets theirs. How special is that?
Yeah, I think it's a great point, because I heard last night Keyshawn Johnson postgame said it was selfless of Lamont to take that shot because the team needed it, and he needed to make that play in the moment. But just being around the group, it is amazing that they kind of take on the demeanor of their head coach and coaching staff. I mean, Brian Dutcher is he's just done an amazing job at the program, and he's just so level-headed, and I think it's really boded well for the program and specifically for this team as well.
They never get flustered. I believe the stat is 7-0 in games decided by 3 points or less. Comes down to crunch time in March Madness. Games are tight. The emotions are high. How is this team never fazed by that?
I just think it's the veteran leadership. I mean, this is a team filled with, you know, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and even a 6th-year player in Adam Seiko, and they've been through these battles, and they've learned from some mistakes that have happened even this year or even going back to a year ago. And they haven't been perfect, but they don't need to be. I mean, they've just been the best version of themselves, and I think the veteran leadership has really shined brightest when they've needed it the most.
There's no brighter shine on college basketball than the national championship game. That'll take place here at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas on Monday night. You get UConn, the Aztecs do, another team that has played really, really well here thus far. Fun fact, both of these teams have beat Alabama this season along the way. What's it going to take to beat UConn?
I think San Diego State's going to have to be, you know, the physical team that they've been for the better part of the entire season. I think that their defense needs to keep them in it. They need to rebound well. And ultimately, if they're in a situation where they can put some pressure on UConn has not been in a lot of close games in this tournament. If they can stay within arm's reach, then with the final 4 minutes or final few seconds in this game, you'll never know. But I think San Diego State it'll be led by their defense. Defense first, that'll keep them in it, and then they'll have chances down the stretch.
Jon, appreciate the insight. Enjoy the national title game.
You as well, Jesse. Thank you.
All right, that's Jon Schaeffer, good friend of the Mountain West Network and one of the voices of Aztec basketball. Aztecs going for a national championship on Monday night here in Houston.